And with Debby on our doorstep, there is also the threat of power outages.
Oh yeah, our Katie Lesso is in Fairfax County, Virginia, where crews have already been busy before the bulk of this storm moves in. Katie, what are you seeing right now?
Yeah, the storm hasn't even hit, and already Dominion crews are out here. They're trying to make some repairs. A tree apparently fell and hit a power line. But I want to bring in Bond Wilson. You have been a line worker with Dominion for 5 years. Tell me how you guys are preparing for the storm that we're expecting to see.
So basically, we're preparing by getting materials together in excess of what we normally have on our truck stock. Basically, we tell our loved ones that we may be away for 2 to 3 days. We pack extra clothes, toiletries from head to toe. We have rain gear. We actually make calls for extra material to our warehouses so they can send us more material.
Just to be totally prepared. But I know you guys are already busy today. The storm hasn't even hit. Can you briefly describe what you guys are doing right now? Because this isn't even related to the storm.
Oh, it's not. So basically, the trees, they kind of get old. The ground gets soft, and a tree fell over, and it ripped the bank pole down. So it's a bank of transformers that pretty much power this school. So currently they're out of power, and we're trying to get them back in power as quick and diligently as possible. So basically that's why we're out here. We work around the clock. So if you have a power outage, just call it in, and we'll come out.
And I was going to say, we are expecting those storms into the night. You guys are about to go home and get some rest because you're going to be busy tomorrow. What is the best way our neighbors can help you guys in the middle of the storm if they do see downed wires or downed trees? Okay, so if you see downed wires, number one, stay indoors. Do not approach the downed wires. Sometimes they can remain energized, and we don't want any fatalities or anybody getting hurt or animals. So number one, you can call 1-866-DOM-HELP. You can also use the Dominion mobile app, and also you can. That summarizes.
Yeah, that pretty much summarizes everything.
Thank you so much.
Yes.
I appreciate it. And hopefully you can get some rest. We appreciate you chatting with us. And as you heard him say, if you do see those downed wires, downed trees, make sure you stay away from them. We are in Fairfax County. I'm Katie Lesso. I'll send it back to you guys.
Yeah, and thank those crews for the work they're doing ahead of this storm. And we have to do our part now as well.
Yeah.
All right, Katie, thank you. And from the Commonwealth now to the Bay State, people all across the D.C. region are getting ready.
Our Scott Broom is live in Annapolis with a closer look at the preps there and around Maryland. What have you seen today, Scott?
Well, we've seen a lot. We're in Eco 9. That means we're a mobile operation. We've moved all over the state of Maryland today. Right now, we are in Annapolis with Eco 9, where the concern here is about tidal flooding, because when you have a tropical depression passing to the west of us, the winds come around from the southeast and they blow water up the Chesapeake Bay and up the Potomac, and the water holds as the high tide comes, and that turns into problems, as we know, in places like Alexandria and here in Annapolis. Over my shoulder here, in fact, on Dock Street in Annapolis, you can see just over the other way a number of the businesses here in this Dock Street area, which is right by Ego Alley and the harbor in Annapolis. This typically floods. Folks here are getting ready for that. Sandbags came out earlier today and pump preparations have been made. But we've also been in Montgomery County today, where we're talking about the other kind of flooding, the stuff that Topper has been talking about, watching on the radar, something that in Montgomery County, authorities there call it non-typical flooding, because these storms come with these huge pulses of rainfall that they believe is related to climate change. I talked to Dr. Earl Stoddard, who oversees emergency management in Montgomery County today, and also the county executive. They talked about a flood alert system that they have automated, 35 stations in the county. Here's some of what they had to say.
What we're concerned about is the near random locations of high intensity rainfalls that overwhelm the local storm water management systems and then lead to either street-based flooding. You could get backyard flooding. We've got flood monitors out in those locations where we have teams around the county making sure those flood monitors are actively working right now. That we also have to be prepared for places that we will see atypical flooding because of pockets of storm that will come through and hit unpredictable places and just overwhelm the stormwater management capabilities in those areas. And
the county stormwater system alone is going to have to be updated, because the system was built before calculations showed the level of rain that we're now expecting. It was built in a drier time. We had storms, we had rain. We may have had the same quantity of rain, but rain is coming down a bit differently now. We're seeing more and more of these large rainfall events. And when they hit dried soils, as you mentioned above, actually has a larger impact than small events that dump the same amount of water over a longer period of time.
We're back live in Annapolis. That was Montgomery County Executive Mark Elridge talking about what he sees as the effects of climate change. We have been in a drought. The soil is dry, and he is concerned that some of these rain events will run off very quickly. He also talked about a fundamental rebuilding of stormwater systems in Montgomery County. I have to tell you, here in Annapolis, where we are, city officials have a lot of their hopes pegged on a $70 million rebuild of this area, which includes raising berms up to 6 feet high. They are calling that a climate resilience project. But in the short term here in Annapolis, they're going to have to worry about what they've worried about for years, which is tidal flooding. The high tide's coming tonight at 9 and again at 9 o'clock tomorrow morning. They are expecting this area, Dock Street, here at Ego Alley, to flood. That's going to impact businesses, likely close the parking lots and some streets, so folks here are getting prepared for that as well. Reporting live in Annapolis with Eco 9, we've been all over Maryland today. Scott Broom, WUSA 9.
Yeah, sounds like Debbie is certain to test the resiliency there. We'll see how it all holds up. Scott, thank you. And now is a great time to download our free WUSA 9 if you have to be out, although Topper would say stay home. To get started, though, point your phone's camera at the QR code on your screen. Then you'll tap that link that you received, turn on the push notifications, and that way you will have all of the breaking news and weather impact alerts.
Yeah, and